Welcome back, everybody, to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. In the last episode, we took a fat L. We lost, and it kind of got rid of our dub, which isn't the best, but you know what? We did as good as we can with the items that were provided. We probably could have done better, but, you know, I always say, play with the hand you're dealt, and we certainly did. But in this episode, I'm hoping to do slightly better. There is a tinted rock here, so we're starting off strong, but no soul heart, which is unfortunate. Okay, this room is not looking very good. There we go. How are you guys doing with next-gen console launches, if you're interested in consoles? I don't know. I mean, I mostly play PC games on this channel, so it may be the wrong audience to talk to about it, but yeah, I was able to get second wave pre-orders for PS5, which is the one of the two, the one that I wanted out of the two. I'm a big PlayStation fan. Telepills. That was probably not good with the curse that we have going right now, but we'll find our way. Yeah, I was able to get the second wave pre-orders of the PS5. Barely, but we did it. I had my friend and my brother be on the site since I was at work. It kind of sucked that they only sold the bundles, but the bundles were actually a really good deal. The second wave pre-orders at GameStop is the ones that I'm talking about, and the bundle basically comes with Dark Souls, Miles Morales, and a second controller and a year's worth of PS Plus, which honestly that was a really good deal for, I think it was $800 US. You know, it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot of money, but what you get for that money is basically what it's worth. Especially since games are going to be $70 now, it looks like, for standard. It also was a good deal because Demon Souls and, what's the other one? Demon Souls and Miles Morales were two of the games that I was going to get at launch anyway. And the second controller is just nice to have, and I always get PS Plus, so frankly, it just worked out. But I do feel bad for the people who didn't have enough money for the bundle, and they just wanted the console, but they just couldn't get their hands on it because of them not selling it individually on the site. Which is most likely the place where most people were looking to pre-order, since the stores only got like 2 versions of the console, or not 2 versions, but just 2 units to sell, basically. On top of that, I heard a lot of employees were just completely pre-ordering all of the stocks before the stores were even opening. Basically, like, to scalp them, which is extremely shitty, especially for all of the people who were going to wait outside for it. I feel terrible for the people who, like, rolled up and just waited and just couldn't get their hands on a console because they only got 2 to 5 units. I don't think they say 2 to 12, but honestly, I didn't see a single post where it was, like, more than 8 units, which is absolutely not a lot, especially with a console that has such high demand. But, you know, that's just how it goes. I don't know what this enemy is. I don't know why he was stuck on that fire. I don't know why he's red. He's just an elite, right? Let's get rid of him, though. Either way. I feel like this is taking a long time. We're only on floor 1, I think. Oh, I see. Okay. So he's one of those enemies that you have to kill twice, essentially. I will actually get this key just because it's obtainable. And it's not out of the way. I'm hoping to find the boss connected to this room because this floor is taking 10 years. We gotta get cooking. We're already 4 minutes in, only on the first floor. Uh-oh. So yeah, it was a pretty shitty launch for next gen. I believe there will be more waves, but they're just gonna be just as bad as the previous ones. I don't think it's gonna get any easier to actually get the console because, you know, the people who are buying it aren't even the customers who don't have one necessarily. It's just gonna be all the same people who scalped previously and just increasing the stock to their own shop. And you know what? They're making a lot of money. And I get it. I get the hustle. But at the same time, when does it just become you being a complete jerk? And taking money and consoles out of desperate people. Just trying to provide what their kids want for Christmas. Because at the end of the day, that's who's probably buying the consoles, is parents and kids, especially around the holidays. Yeah, it's just a big mess, and I don't know how they let it happen, to be completely honest. Xbox was okay. Xbox did it right, honestly. They completely won this console war. We basically did the same thing for PS5 as for Xbox. What does that stopwatch space item even do? It seems like it's supposed to stop them in their tracks, but it stops them for absolutely 2 seconds, and then they just continue going anyway. So it doesn't seem like it serves any purpose whatsoever. But yeah, like I said, we basically did the same thing, except Xbox actually gave us a date and time for when they were going to release the pre-orders. So we were actually on it immediately, and I ended up being able to purchase one for my brother, and you know, we got in multiple places, so we were able to easily secure a pre-order for that. The only issue is, like, PS5, for some reason or another, Sony is just botching this section of PS5 or whatever. Supposedly they don't have inventory to sell, but it wouldn't have even been a problem if they told us when the pre-orders were going to happen during the press conference. I've talked about this long enough. I apologize if I was boring you with it, but like, it's been on my mind, and I am excited to get the console, don't get me wrong. I just wish it was handled better so that more people than just me could get their hands on what they wanted. And like, don't get me wrong, more people did get it. It wasn't just me who purchased it. Like, there's a ton of people on Twitter who are all talking about how they got it and how excited they are. I just wish it should be a situation where if anyone wants it, they should be able to pre-order it. And I get it if after the pre-order period is done and you slack on pre-ordering and you expect to just waltz in and get the console, that I get it if like there's not enough for those people. But I feel like with something like a next gen console, especially like a console drop, I feel like should be able to produce enough units where anyone who wants one should be allowed to pre-order one, especially in this day and age. I feel like the console releases have just gotten worse and worse and worse, and it's entirely because of scalpers. It's entirely because of them. They've made it way worse, the day and age of the internet, and like, because you never really know. You really never know who's purchasing. There's so many ways around the limit one per customer stipulation on these sites. You know, opening different Google tabs and Google accounts and just like doing all of that stuff. Like, there's so many different ways that you can just completely break the system. That, you know what? I think we're gonna go for that devil chest because I believe those have a chance of getting guppy items, which would be really good. And we have plenty of keys and bombs to get up there. Okay. I mean, that was a perfectly fine yield for the cost. We really didn't cost anything because we got a bomb out of one of the chests anyway. Challenge up. I think that makes things harder, so yeah, I don't know if we want to go for that, to be completely honest. I think we have enough of a challenge as it is. Even though, like, there's people like Northern Lion, for instance, who have no issues playing this game and, like, winning with any item pool. And, like, even a couple of my friends can probably do that easy. Just win every single run, not take a single L. But we're not quite there yet. We're still kind of fresh. Not really fresh, but, like, fresh in terms of Isaac, I guess. 30 hours isn't that much in a roguelike. Okay, that looks like some HP up and Devil Room. I don't think either of these items are good, so we're gonna ignore them and continue on. Not having a bad run. We're having a better run than last time, I think. I have really high tiers. Okay. Well, that's fine. Just completely take a ton of damage as soon. Every time I say we're not having a bad run, that's just what happens. To be fair, this is not a very friendly room. Those enemies have really bad aggro, and they move really quickly. And of course, we have a completely double room. A second room that's exactly like that last one. You know, the stop button actually comes in handy here. There we go. Yeah, our tiers are actually looking really good. It's kind of saving us. I heard something fall over here. Was it a key or a coin? It was a coin. So if we find the shop, we still don't have enough money, actually. Never mind. But yeah, that's been on my mind recently, the PS5 pre-orders. But I'm just excited to play Demon's Souls. Not many people are saying that game looks good, but, like, I like the Dark Souls franchise. I played through Dark Souls 2 and 3, and I find it fun. It's really difficult, and I get it. Like, people are like, oh, why play a game that you can't beat and whatever. You're only gonna play halfway and then give up, and then it's just gonna be just a waste. But in reality, like, the time that I do spend with those games, regardless of whether or not I finish them, like, it's just fun to play. And I think that's something that people, like, undervalue in titles like that. I like that it makes me think, and I like, Flame Tears is actually not bad. I don't particularly know what it does. I think it activates with luck, or maybe it just sets them on fire if I hit someone with it. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. I really like the fire rate that we have going on our tiers right now. But yeah, games like Demon's Souls and Dark Souls and Sekiro and Neo and those kinds of, like, challenge games, I get it. I get why particular people wouldn't like them. Oh, there we go. So occasionally it'll shoot a flame out. That could be dangerous because I think it can do damage to us as well if we run into it by accident. Okay. Take a little damage there. That's okay. Take some bad damage. But, I personally do find them enjoyable. And it's so rewarding when you actually do beat them. Because it's such a grueling process that you're just like, oh yes, I am amazing. Even though all you did was beat a video game, which, you know. I also really like watching other people play those games. They're just fun. Even if they're not, like, great at it. I will take Lovers because, getting that heal would be nice. And this is the boss that killed us last episode. Even though, like, he's not a difficult boss, but he just popped up right underneath us at the worst possible time, and there wasn't much we could do about it. Because in order to get him to spawn, we had to kind of walk over him, which obviously didn't do much for us. Trying to stay focused so that I don't make the same mistake as last episode and just walk over him and die. Okay, not bad. Tears up even more. That's actually really good. Our tiers are looking amazing. If we can get some damage boost, that would be ideal. We would actually have an incredibly good run. I wish I had the ability to fly. in real life and in Isaac right now, because that's really good. That's a lot of health that we could be absorbing. Oh, I almost took damage there, but I didn't. Okay, I almost took damage there too. There we go. Oh gosh, I don't like this room at all. There's certain rooms in Isaac where I'm just like, okay, if you don't have flight, it can be 10 times more treacherous. That's why playing as Azazel, there's certain rooms that you go into and you're like, oh, well, this is going to be easy. And then you go into that same room as a different character like Isaac, and it's the reverse of easy. It's just really annoying. Just because mobility is so important in Isaac, and like being able to avoid enemies and just kind of get out of the way of incoming damage is completely invaluable. That's why characters like what's her name? Mary Magdalene, was that the character that starts with 4 hearts but is extraordinarily slow with movement? I really dislike that character. Even though you'd think I'd like her because she has more health, the movement is really what you need in Isaac. Just, if you have good movement, good damage, and good tears... I realized that I just said, like, 3 attributes that are pretty core to Isaac. Like, obviously, if you have those 3 things, you're gonna do fine, but I feel like those are easily the most important things. Like, even with health, like, as long as you're a good player and you have movement to be able to dodge incoming damage, you should be able to beat the game on really low health. Personally, I don't know if I have that ability to do it on low health, but, you know, we do what we can do. And we're not actually even doing that bad. This room is bad. Yeah, okay. Alright, so, you know what? That was 16 minutes. But I think I am going to do one more run. Actually, no, because if I actually end up going far in the next run, it's going to be extremely long episode. So I think I'll leave it here. This is the first like shorter episode, 16 minutes, but man, I hate that I died in that room. Because we actually didn't have that bad of a run item-wise. I mean, we kind of did. We had a really terrible spacebar item. But, hey, like I said at the beginning of this episode, you play with the hand you're dealt. So, see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, consider leaving a like and checking out my channel for more runs of Isaac and other roguelike games like Going Under. And I'll see you guys in the next one.